Today, we're going to be talking about free upgrades out of the box and tires on the SCX24. What's happening, guys? This is Ryan from RC Off-Road, and today we'll be talking about how I got my SCX24 set up and how I got them to this point. Basically, the only money that I've spent on these trucks after I bought them was for tires. That's it. I have not spent a single dime on any other aftermarket parts at all. So I'm going to show you kind of how these trucks are set up. They're set up identical right now, but how I got them to this point was because I left this one 100% bone stock out of the box, and I constantly changed this with shock settings and moving all kinds of stuff around to kind of see if this would climb better than this. And no matter what I did to this truck, except for one thing, the stock one always beat it. Always. Was hands down. There was never even a question. So as I did that, I started kind of adding and changing and got them to the point where they both climb really, really well now. 4 out of the box. I mean, they did pretty good even with the stock tires. The stock tires are pretty much crap. That's one of the big problems. In my personal opinion, the biggest problem with the C10 is the tires. Compared to the Jeep and the Deadbolt, the Jeep and the Deadbolt out of the box got an advantage because they come with these tires on it. These are the Needle Grapplers. The stock local hobby shop that I found while I was camping had these wheels, these RC four-wheel drive rock locks, and these RC four-wheel drive rock creepers and bead locks. So by the time I come across the hobby shop, I figured out that the stock tires are just total crap. They work. They get you going out of the box, but they are not good. So if you're not totally got your heart set on a C10, but you want an SCX24, you're already advancing a little bit with the Jeep and the Deadbolt because they come out of the box with these tires. These tires are better. This truck performed better with these tires on it than these tires. Hands down. No question about it. So I'm going to show you kind of how I got her set up now. Now, if you ever seen my review video, you know that these trucks have severe body rub right out of the box. So the very first thing I did, even before the magnet mount, was I took this body bracket right here that I'm showing my fingers at. I took this bolt out and I raised it all the way up. And I was still using the factory pins. That helped out a ton with the front body tire rub. But it still did it. When you finally took them outside and used it, it still rubbed pretty hard. So I seen a guy, his name's Matt, his channel's 2FM RC. He makes magnet mounts. His is a little bit different than mine, but I just kind of made this up. All I did is took a real thin piece of aluminum, drilled 2 holes in it, took some double-sided sticky tape, taped the magnet on it, and then I took taped the magnet onto the body. Boom. Got yourself a magnet mount. Nice and strong. You got to worry about it coming apart. I mean, the thing way better than any of them push pins and this and that. The only bad thing, don't use super glue. Found that out. That's alright. We'll put a sticker over it, but double-sided sticky tape, shoe glue, don't use super glue because this is what happened. But, yeah. So, did that. And also, I flipped the front bumper bracket right here. You take the bolt out here. There's a bolt on each side, 2 on each side, and you can actually flip it right over. This is actually bent. It was bent like down to here. This is where the bumper originally sat. So every time you would come up to something, the bumper would hit or wouldn't. Your tires wouldn't totally touch. So once I flipped that, did the magnet mount, it made a world of difference. That was the only mod that I did to this truck because I knew that it helped. Everything else didn't work. I got small zip ties in it right here above the spring and the collector, the stopper deal there, and that made a huge difference. But I had these shocks here, I had them here, I had them over here, angled. I mean, I had them everywhere. Big zip ties for the preload. It didn't matter. This truck back here always out-climbed it. Same thing with the rears. Now the rear, I put a bigger zip tie for a little bit heavier preload in the back. That seemed to help. But same thing back here. I had the stock shocks, had them down here, had them over here, I had them everywhere. And it just didn't help at all, period. The stock location, for me personally, the stock location with a couple zip ties for this truck, the way I got it set up with your flip bumper bracket, you can take the bumper bracket right up and move the headlights right into here. They got the bracket. They got the holders for them. You can see it, kinda. I mean, they got they snap right in. It costs you about 11, 12 bucks. You got to make a extender to go up around the body because this folds out and it'll never really kind of work right. But that's what I did out of the box. That pretty much, I didn't buy any extra shocks, I didn't buy any new shocks, I didn't spend any money for weights, I didn't buy any of that. All I did was I wanted to see if I could move some setup stuff around to get this thing to climb better than what it was stock. And the only thing that I come up with was the bumper bracket mod. That was it. Flipping the bumper bracket. And I actually seen that on a YouTube video. I don't remember which video it is now, but I seen that on a YouTube video. But if you're buying a C10, you got your heart set on it, that's fine. They're cool trucks. I love them. I do not regret the decision buying the C10s at all. You need, the very first two things I would do is get rid of these stock tires as immediately as you possibly can, and a servo before you even buy any weights, before you even do, because once you put the tires on, the servo gets even worse. It's really weak. Once you get in a really tight situation and you got these tires cranked, it literally, it won't move it. It won't move the truck. It won't, like, if you really got to move them, you're pretty much committed. So them are the two things I would do. I haven't done the servo upgrade yet. It's in process, but tire upgrade for these C10s is absolutely a must. This truck right here with these tires and bead locks on it will outclimb this truck all day, just because of these wheels and tires, because they're set up identical. They're the exact same truck, same motor, everything's stock other than the preloads that I got on the springs. Basically it. And this climbs way better than what it did out of the box, and there's no weights, no nothing. I think these tires were 18 bucks for the tires, and it was 24 bucks for the wheels. So a little over 40 bucks for a set of really nice tires and wheels. You know, it's worth the upgrade. These were 7 bucks. I just bought the tires. These are rock locks, and I just took the old tires off and glued them on to the factory wheels. That's what these come with. Now the rock locks are small. They are even smaller than the factory tires. They're a little bit smaller. So I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure about these rock locks yet, but I will tell you this. These rock locks are significantly smaller than these. And if these tires will grab whatever you're trying to climb, they outperform these. As long as you're not in a big huge hole or something like that, as long as these tires are touching whatever you're trying to grip, they outperform these needle grapplers, hands down. But they're small, so that's a pretty big disadvantage. But I was gonna buy, they had all 3 sets, so I wanted to buy them all and try them all out. So, I mean, if you get a C10 and you don't have, a lot of money, the wheels, method wheels, at least this hobby shop, was like $4, and the needle grappler tires were like 15, 16 bucks. So 20 bucks for a set of these is an upgrade compared to the factory ones. I mean, they're not gonna be anything like this, the rock creepers, but you're significantly improving with these. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I figured out, what I've learned so far, and what I like and what I don't like, which there's not much that I don't like. I mean, for $120, how can you not like it? It's not like you're spending a crap ton of money. Yeah, is the servo weak? It's weak. Well, I only spent 120 bucks on a ready-to-run truck, so I mean, it works. It gets you on the trail. You can go have fun. Get you out on the hiking trails, and you can just go play. You can't beat it. So, yeah. This is Ryan from RC Off-Road, and we'll see you guys later.